ninjas and ninjas, it's Peabutnutterninja, and we are taking a look at Smite patch notes version 0.1.1316, and we'll be actually taking a look at these notes rather than not on a website. We'll be watching it in gameplay mode, and I'm just using some random gameplay footage that I've done with Peabut, where I get an unofficial penta, I get a quadra-kill, +1, and unfortunately the last guy is just super tanky, and you see that I won't get a kill, and hopefully I put down the timestamp below, and if I don't get it, I'll definitely write it down in comments. And so I just want to do a quick overview of the patch notes because I know that there's a lot of content. Even though there's no new gods or no new game modes, there's still quite a lot of content, and I know these patch notes tend to run really long, so I'm just going to say everything really quickly, then I'm going to go back and talk about the things that really were important to me or I really liked. So guys, open beta for Smite. Smite is now open. You don't need a referral key. You can just go ahead, download the patch or download the client and play. And second thing is Hercules is now 5,500 favor instead of that 11,000. So if you haven't gotten a chance to try him, you should definitely buy Hercules now for 5,500 doubloons. And so there's been some conquest map graphic changes, so it's more discernible between your side and the enemy side. I didn't really have a problem with this, but it does make it look very good now. And Fire Giant change, it rather than doing 30 MP5 and HP5, it now regenerates 3% mana and health every 5 seconds. I think this is a huge buff rather than I'm not sure actually. It's probably pretty equivalent. I actually haven't done the math, but I think it is buff. Let's see. In terms of items and gods, this is a big thing if you play a lot of Smite. So Aegis and Peri Beads are nerfed to 150 seconds from 120 seconds, and Mystical Mark has new effects on it, and I haven't really seen these new marks or these new effects, but I'm sure it's cool. As for gods, a lot is changing again. So ymir ulti gets a buff. He's now immune to CC, which now makes Artemis kinda useless because her buff gave her immunity to CC as well. So it makes Artemis useless again, unfortunately. But if you are an ymir player like I am, I love this buff. Hell nerf, they increased the mana cost on all her abilities. Hercules gets a nerf and a buff at the same time. Earthbreaker is now really slow to cast, so you have to really time it. And Excavate, which is his ultimate with his boulder, you can check out my older videos below, is now a 50% larger radius with no damage reduction on the roll, so you do full damage every single time. Shibalanke gets more nerf than a buff. His attack speed goes down, and Rising Jaguar, his escape and his attack damage is nerfed from a 40% physical contribution down to 20% physical contribution. And the Dead of Night buff is a 5% attack damage buff, and you get that with any kill. You don't have to do that in your ulti or anything. So and that maxes out at 30 attack power, and that's going to be pretty strong. And the last god change is Zeus. The effects on Zeus's hit are changed. It looks a lot better in my opinion, and Chain Lightning is consistent, so it's a Chain Lightning fix. It's not really a buff or a nerf. It's just kind of in between there. In terms of skins, there's a epic Guan Yu skin. He is a rice farmer, and it's called Guan Fu. And then there's a crappy Ra skin, which is just a recoloring of the original Ra skin, and it looks okay. So if you play a lot of Ra, then you can definitely get it if you want. And let's see, in terms of practice maps, you get to fight Ra instead of Manticore. I'm gonna miss Manticore very much so, as he was my buddy, my pal, and my murder victim. I was a serial murderer on him. And the biggest changes that I really like is ranked and challenge modes now have draft modes for conquest. So this is if you want a 5-team, or if you're playing ranked for conquest, then you draft, which means you get each team gets 1 ban each, and then you pick gods in the order of 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1. So the first team gets to pick 1 god, second team picks 2, the first team gets 2, the second team gets 2 again, and then the first team gets the last 2, and then the second team gets the last pick down there. So 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1 is what it is called. So that is going to be much more tournament oriented. I very much like that change. And team management is very different from parties. Team management is more like a clan. You can have 9 people in your team with a single team, and you can't join more than 1. And you all have a special tag. You can be called, if you're Reason Gaming, you'll be RG, or if you're Juice Gaming, you'll be I think they're JCG or JG. No, I think they're JCG. I'm not really sure, but you can add tags in front of your characters now. Very, very cool. If you have a lot of friends that want to play and they've been interested, but it's closed beta, I don't know, they didn't really care about it, you can now refer your friend to Smite, and with this, if they level up to level 30, you get a lot of favor and you get a lot of gems. So definitely take advantage of this if you have friends that want to play. And if you want to use my referral link, I'll definitely post that down below. And now in spectator mode, it's still very exclusive, and only if you're a min or shoutcaster can you get access to spectator mode. I've applied, but I've been rejected because I don't have a shoutcast or a live stream. And so they added a 3-minute delay to spectator mode so to prevent cheating, and that's always a good thing. And lastly, the biggest changes is statistics. You can view in-game stats on your teammates without having to go out of the lobby or open up a web browser or anything. So you can now view their last match stats in case you want to dodge and take that goodwill penalty. And you can now also the statistics are also changed at the end game, so you see all the statistics like heals done, damage done to players, damage done to minions, and all the wonderful things you want to know about and how your team plays. This is going to be incredibly useful, especially for those tourney players. And multiple resolutions for Smite, and refer link again where you can get gems and favors for your friends. And guys, Smite is going to announce a $100,000 tournament. If you think you're good, if you think you're great, if you've got some good friends that you team play, you coordinate with really well, and you think you can beat out the top teams, you should definitely try enter this $100,000 tournament hosted by Smite. More details will be coming soon. This is just going to be introduction, kind of wet your whistle type of info, but it is definitely going to be out there. And so now that I've gone over all the things in about 7 minutes, which is still quite long, I want to talk about a few of the cool things. I really like the direction that Smite is going in terms of its ranked play, in terms of its turning play. It really wants to be one of those like League of Legends type games where people get really competitive, they get sponsors and so on by Razer and whoever. And in Korea, League of Legends is crazy, and you should if you like YouTube, go to YouTube and you look up Penta-kill Korean commentator. It is hilarious that this one guy gets a pentakill and then the Korean commentator goes Penta-kill, and it is amazing and it's hilarious. It is fun, it is exciting, it is drama, it is great, and I really am looking forward to seeing how Smite turns out in terms of how competitive it is in the competitive scene that it becomes. And I really have high hopes for Smite. It is a fun game, it is a competitive game, it is a frustrating game, but it is also a fun game. So I would really like to see big things happen in the future for Smite. And what else do I really like about this? I'm not quite sure. I think that's probably the biggest thing. And the tournament, of course, the $100,000 tournament. I'll be posting updates as more information comes out. So guys, practice your skills, polish them up. If you have any questions, if you need any build guides, if you want to just talk strategy, write down in comments below. I have this build for Ra, I think it can be improved, or I don't like your build for Hercules, I think it can be improved. And that's all fair game, guys. So write down your builds below and see how they are. And if you have a really awesome, really amazing build, let me know below so that I can try it out in my games and showcase it. And yeah, I think that's about it, and I hope you enjoy the rest of this Hebo gameplay. Again, I'll post down where I get my unofficial Penta, and those tanks are so tanky, and I'm so sad I didn't get that Penta. It was 4+1, and that makes 5, but it's not real math in Smite. You have to get them all 5 in a certain time limit. So very close, and hopefully I will be able to get that Penta and showcase one of these days with that Penta, and of course my Penta-kill dance, which you guys have not seen and will not see until I get my Penta-kill. So with all that said, I hope this has been informative. If you liked this or you found this helpful to you, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe below. I'm glad to be back. I'll be posting more God gameplay very soon. I still have some few gods to cover. I don't think I even covered Cupid yet, but Cupid, Baka, let's see, Anubis, Zeus, and I'm missing somebody. Odin, and Odin, my man, Modin, Prodin, Odin, and we'll definitely be looking at each of those in Conquest, in Arena, in Domination. Of course, they play differently in each mode, so hopefully I'll be able to get some gameplay of that for you guys soon. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Peace, love, and ninja. Peabutnutterninja signing out. Bye-bye, guys.
Double kill. Have slain an enemy. Triple kill. The waters rise. You have slain an enemy. Defend. Quadra kill. Retreat! Nice job. You rock. Sad. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. Enemies incoming! An ally has been slain. Possible! You have slain an enemy. Curses!
Your team has lost the middle obelisk.
Has been slain. An ally has been slain. Be right back.
Your team has captured the middle obelisk. You rock.
An ally has been slain.
No. That's too bad.
An ally has been slain.
Your team has lost the middle obelisk.
An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
I shall hold this ground.
An enemy has been slain.
A mighty storm!
Slain an enemy. You have slain an enemy. Be right back. Double kill. Curses! You have been slain. An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. You have been slain. An ally has been slain. Good game. Good game.